I'd like to begin my message today by sharing a statement from the President during his SONA last year. There is no question that the preservation of the environment is the preservation of life. If we cannot mitigate climate change, all our plans for the economy, all our plans for the future will be for naught. This administration's agenda, particularly on the creation of green jobs by pursuing a green and blue economy and establishing livable and sustainable communities, has guided the DENR now in achieving better pathways and more responsive pathways in order to fulfill our mandate to conserve, protect, manage, restore, and regenerate our country's environment and hopefully our natural resource systems as well. We also aim to manage risk and build resilience using a ridge-to-reef approach to ensure that no communities are left behind. Today's DENR Multi-Stakeholder Forum in Mindanao is an opportunity for all of us to gather both evidence and expertise to support the administration's priorities for economic recovery and the climate resilient and inclusive development, as well as a just transition towards the green and blue economy. We at the DENR firmly believe that addressing issues pertaining to the environment and our country's natural resources needs a comprehensive risk approach and multi-stakeholder partnerships for evidence-informed, inclusive, and adaptive leadership in this sector. We need continued dialogue in search for common ground to bolster cooperation through understanding so that we can overcome the challenges of coherence and implementation. As you may know, the DENR began holding these multi-stakeholder consultations because partnerships, we believe, are key to delivering on our commitments to service and the work that we do at the department. There is no perfect approach or solution, in fact, to tackling the environmental challenges we face. However, with everyone's support and collaboration together, we will be able to craft, I believe, adaptive, inclusive, and sustainable development pathways built on these strategic partnerships and sound science. While we continue to expand the partnerships, we also strive to deepen our engagement with all the DENR stakeholders across different sectors. We recognize as well the critical role of local government that the local governments play in building resilient communities and the efficient use, conservation, and protection of our natural resources. The Mindanao region is blessed with a rich, complex social and natural history. It is in the intersection of these social and physical geographies that both risk and opportunities reside. Creating and building on these opportunities and mitigating the risks requires partnership that leads to a new type of agency based on competent and committed leadership that prioritizes human development, sustainable local economies, resilient infrastructure, and underpinning all of these, ecosystems that support human security, food, water, energy, peace, and equity. The diversity in the Mindanao region requires a highly localized and contextualized approach to environmental conservation and protection. And the DENR is committed to ensuring that consultation with communities and different sectors are at the basis and the fundamental groundwork that needs to be done in order to become responsive to this region's needs. We are guided by the principle of common but differentiated responsibility in terms of environmental protection and the use of natural resources. We acknowledge and understand that some bear more responsibility than others, and in that, those who have both resources and responsibility will help ensure that no community and no ecosystem is left behind. Today, we are here to listen, and to learn from all of you, and hopefully support some new synergies that can be achieved in protection, restoration, enhancement, and regeneration of our threatened ecosystems. What struck me yesterday as we walked through the small exhibit outside was how many and how much of our wildlife is threatened and endangered. And we have failed to set targets to remove these species from their endangered status. So we will begin to set those very concrete targets with your help and with your knowledge and expertise, hopefully in the very near future. Before I introduce our next speaker here, I would like, in fact, to share with you a video that was allowed, that a good friend of mine allowed us to share during our Visayas Multi-stakeholder Forum. Some of you may know Antonia Oposa, attorney Antonia Oposa. So Tony is a good and old friend, and we continue to work with him in trying to forge a better future for our country through environmental protection, restoration, and regeneration. So if I may, I'd like to, in fact, cue the video, please.